What's happening? Shut up. Okay, good. What the fuck? Do they have something important to say? I guess they must because they fucking interjected. A mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even most code. It was some low-caste brickmakers negotiating with McGilded anyway, was it not? I have no relation to the man. Look, all we've done is break into the gaff the other night like what he told us to do. If I'd known there was large government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. Wario, we wouldn't have touched it. My bad, I did his voice wrong. He's so short. Oh yeah, where's his box? Does he have a box? He had a box before. Oh, Mr. Skulker. What, Mr. Ledoux Governor? What's up? Do I take it that you now admit to the crime? That only not in question. You did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally. And moreover, you did so as a party of 3 in collaboration with Mr. Graydon here. We did, Gov! Wait out! Oh, he's on a box. Okay, damn, he's just really that short, huh? Quieten down. Quieted down? Is that a thing you people say? What say you to that, Mr. Graydon? My butt's tired. I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to. You little rot are getting us mixed up into this monkey business. You never said nothing about no government secrets. It was supposed to be a straight-up job. Wario, and what about that geezer whose shop it was, eh? Poor old bloke didn't have to die, did he? Yeah, go ahead, you tell them, you two bad people. Nice to know who your friends are. Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations. Indeed. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to become so significant in the proceedings. However, as it has, I will admit it into the court record as evidence. Yay! Let's examine it, even though it probably will give us nothing. How would the brickmaker come across this? That thing is not made out of bricks. Shut up. Where is the thing? Here. There's a button down here. What's this do? Oh. What is it, Runo? I've just noticed something about this music box. It looks like the bottom of it opens up as well. What'd it do? You're right. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? Let's open it. Alright then, here goes. Oh! Look at that! There's another movement on the other side. So, does that mean you can set another disc to play back on the side? Yes, I think so. And it looks like the two movements are linked together. They're linked? So if you had 2 discs, they would both play back at the same time. Oh, so... Ow, maybe there's 2 discs or something, and then you were supposed to play them both at the same time in order to receive the message, maybe? Perhaps? Mayhaps? Wee, it's like a plane. Wee! Let me just examine this. Oh, God. This is the mechanism that turns the bumps on the disc into sounds, isn't it? Yes, the movement. So thanks to the comb with its teeth that are plucked by the passing bumps. Usually the teeth on the combs are different lengths so that each one produces a different tone. But this comb is very strange. All the teeth are exactly the same length. Well, what does that mean? It means that no matter which tooth is plucked by the passing bumps, the music box will make the same sound. I've never seen a music box like this before. Yes, it is strange. A music box that can only play a single note. There has to be some significance to that, surely. Do we want to examine the inside of this one? Is it the same thing? Who would have thought there would be a second movement on the other side of the box? And this movement is like the other one. The comb's teeth are all the same length. So, this movement will only produce a single tone, like the other one? Yes, it must do. Except that the length of the teeth on the 2 combs isn't the same. So the single tone produced by this movement will be different to the single tone we've already heard. What? Basically, each movement can only produce a single tone, note. But the notes they produce are different. A music box that can only play 2 tones. Okay. I assume that's all I had to examine for that. And I assume there's nothing here. Just burnt. Died with the leather. Whee! I don't need to see it, so we've already seen this. Okay. Okay. So, is this newspaper headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted. How could I possibly know? What do you mean by that? Any important government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information. Oh no, stop! Must say something, stop! Juror! Let me guess. Juror number 5. We regular communication station officers aren't as lowly as you're being led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. And Mr. Graydon is the team leader. Oh, she fucking called you out, bitch. What was that? Was that the game or was that outside? I thought I saw like a flash of light or something. Okay, maybe it was a game. That's fascinating. You got called out by your own teammate, bitch. Not teammate, co-worker. Graydon is a highly skilled operator stop. Currently in presence of idle stop. Oh, it's only because she looks up to him. Okay, never mind. So you're access to the equipment used for this confidential communications, Mr. Graydon. Well, what of it? The transmissions are always made behind closed doors so they can't be heard. And in any case, all messages are sent enciphered. Enciphered. What? Enciphered. I think that's how you say it. Normal employees couldn't possibly understand them. Oh no, Step. Must say something, Step. Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and the ministry communications team. He assists them in ensuring that there are no errors in important international communications. And he's received the top prize at the Cipher Ranking Convention 5 years in a row now. That's fascinating. Why does he keep saying shit that he knows that she might be able to fucking prove otherwise? Shut up. To him. Right, is a highly skilled stop to stop. Currently in presence of an idle stop. Well, your idol would appreciate it if you kept your mouth shut. She should really pick her idols more carefully. I tell you, this lawyer's accusations are completely unfounded. Still walking around with that shit cane that doesn't belong to him. The sound produced by the music box aren't even Morse code. They're not? To anyone with a brain, that would be blatantly apparent on listening to that music box for even a few seconds. Of course, of course. Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code. Come on, man. Not everyone fucking just learns Morse code. Ouch. He looked genuinely shocked at my ignorance. Why does a lawyer need to know Morse code? Ha ha ha. I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basis for you, sir. A lesson? Here in court. Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones. Thank you. That's all you need to say. You don't have to teach me anything more. I don't care. I like literally don't care. I don't want to learn Morse code, but you said 2 tones? That's more than enough for me. That just proves that that fucking gadget is for listening to Morse code. Tones, you say? Yes, a short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you construct the letters. I see. For example, this is A. And this is B. Sorry, I want to make sure I hear it, but even then, I'm not gonna remember it. That B takes like 4 different hits. But when you listen to the sound produced by the music box, you only hear 1 tone, don't you? That's just like the tappings, right? I think it sounds like. But it sounds so similar. The rhythm of it is the same in everything. But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code. It is! Come on now! Come on! Really shouldn't be so surprised. What did I tell you? That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap. Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspersions in the future. No, fuck you, I know it. Stop. Nothing to say, but stop. Oh, it's so frustrating, isn't it? Iris? I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using the music box, so many other things would slot into place so nicely. Would there still be something I haven't considered? Oh my god, no, I know! It would really be impossible to use this music box. Someone to play back Morse code. No! It's not that it's impossible, it's just that, like, or do you have to use the CD, like, both sides and just take note of what's being hit? Oh, hold up. Wait, hang on. The problem is right now we don't have a second disc, so we're supposed to play at the same time, I think. The defense will concede that the music box is irrelevant. For the time being. For the time being. Such optimism. too debonair to admit defeat, are we? Ugh, those gesticulations are really starting to grate. They were great from the beginning. It can't be Morse code unless it has two distinct tones. Perhaps I should examine that music box in a little more detail. No, God dang it! Unless I don't need it? The thing is, I was hoping... maybe the other lines don't have anything to do with it. Okay, maybe not. Or... would they say anything about a second disc? Because I feel like I have a vague memory of when he first showed up in the pawn shop and he was asking about the stuff, the disc and whatever. Didn't he say something like, was that all there was? That disc? Or like, was there a second disc or something like that? Didn't he mention like a second disc maybe? Or am I remembering that incorrectly? I wonder if I should just, hold up, let me try this again then. Let me see if I can present it and see if it'll say anything. Oh shit, this part is so fucking long. Yeah. Thank you. It's fine. It's so fucking long. Just let me present it. Give it a try. There's still every possibility that this music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That's the belief of the defense, at least. Does it please you in some way, my Nipponese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum, whatever that is, whatever? It's already been established that to be Morse code, two tones are required, dots and dashes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Then, what? Well, it would appear the defense has a hypothesis to put forward. You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to produce only a single tone, could have been used to decipher secret messages into Morse code? I just need to wee. Oh shit, do I have to wait? Yes! Oh shit, wait, I have to open it! I don't... shit. If only I was actually in the game, then I'd be like, it's the button. Press it. There it is. This is the answer. But I have to be more specific. Sorry. No. No! Shut up! Just let me present it again. Please don't make me go through all that again. Fuck. That took so long. Fine. I also just want to note that I've been adjusting this webcam constantly to stop with the fucking yellow nonsense, but it feels like every time I turn away, it just ends up going back to what it was before, so I don't know why it keeps changing, but like... oh well, this is what happens when you don't have proper lighting. As if they don't give you a chance to just do it again, like give me another try, or like give me an option to be like, do you want to give me another try, idiot? Instead, it makes me have to go through all this fucking shit again. Alright, let's not fuck it up this time. Open it. Just open it. I just noticed something about this music box that I noticed before, actually, but apparently I have forgotten it. Come on, just, I can't even skip this. God damn it, just go. Oh my god, look, it's another movement on the other side, blah blah blah. Does that mean you can set another disc to play back on the side? Yes, I think so. And it looks like the two movements are linked together. They're linked, so if you had two discs, they would both play back at the same time. God damn. Oh gracious, what am I looking at here? Another movement on the other side of the music box. What? It appears, my lord, that the two movements are linked together. In other words, you can put two discs in the music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time. Good heavens! As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of two tones, a short dot and a long dash. With the second disc in place, this music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message. This is beyond a joke. I'm sorry? This poor excuse for a lawyer is absolutely no evidence to support his claims. Though of course, if my lord and friend were able to present the court with the second disc, that would be another matter. Well, I don't got it. I can't. At the moment. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, He was not the one in the omnibus with McGill 2 months ago, striking a deal over the disc or discs. Indeed, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. Exactly. I had nothing whatsoever to do with it. Though it has holes, I must admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue. The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. Oh dear, it looks like you need to give your argument more strength, Uno. That's fine. You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon. If I must, though, I might maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination. I don't fucking care about his voice anymore. I don't like him. Some low-class. So I can't even bring up my court record, because I want to look at the people, but I can't do it here, because it only gives you the option to present, and you can't present people. So let me press, I guess. So 2 months ago in that omnibus, McGill killed the brickmaker and stole the disc. Okay, there you go. I actually wanted to see something here. Victim found, his name was Mason Milverton. Milverton. East End of London. What else is here about him? Magnus McGilded, blah blah blah, Barak Von Zeeks. Oh, I thought his name was Baron Von Zeeks. Baron is not a name, but I thought it was Baron this entire. Oh, whatever. Convicted with 3 surprise 4th witness resulting in a blah blah blah. Oh, there's not much to it. This is Mason Milverton. What are the people? Ashley Graydon. I like that they gave him the name Ashley. Just set him apart from the people. Oh, why would he be? Why would the fucking brickmaker be in here? 2 months ago in that omnibus, we killed it. Sold it. Okay. Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seems he lived in an artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remember little about him. That doesn't make much sense though, does it? How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire secret government information? How indeed? There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes of all this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason, in order to take it to the meeting with McGilded and negotiate a deal. Dear me. You may have it in for me, sir, but I assure you, I have more class than that. An old brickmaker from an artisan quarter and his well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together. If nothing more to add on now, let us return to the witness testimony. Look, all we done is break into the gas. Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean? That's it, yeah. Who else, eh? Silly me all thought he was just popping over for a night after all these years, but the Rotter had a dodgy job for us. Hey, Ash. Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say? Do you mean to tell me that Mr. Graydon is an acquaintance of yours? Oh, was he? Did he used to be a poor bitch? We're the sociable kind of baddies, you know. Sure, let's say Graydon is in old China. Well, sorry, I forgot the button. An old China? What the hell is a China? I mean, like, there's like different definitions for China. I just don't know which one they're specifically using for this. Is something wrong, Mr. Skulkin? Eh? No, the other Mr. Skulkin. What? Oh, what are you? What? Who, me? When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react. Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together the way back when. Together? With Mr. Graydon, you mean? Oh my god, I forgot about the pear and apple thing! Yeah, old Vash. I mean, you look at him now in his fancy whistle and flute, and you wouldn't add him in even. But when we was younger, he was from the poor part of town, just like us. Is that so? But he was always a leery one. He had the brains, he had the savvy. Always coming up with smart ideas like what would never now go what the what? Always coming up with smart ideas like what would never have gone through our heads. Oh, blimey, ain't that the truth? Remember Milverton and Skulkin Milk Run? There it is. There it is. Put that in your testimony, you fucking hut. What's a hut? Why did I say hut? Just sometimes when you just say things without thinking about it, just nonsense comes out. Okay. That was a quirk, eh? Save it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. It does. Wait, just a minute. And neither does your fruit. Oi, that geezer asked us a question, didn't he? And what we was answering. What? Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong. Wait! Let us fucking... He said Milverton! We were just talking about fucking Mason Milverton. Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you on your trip down memory lane. Actually, wait a minute. Skulkin. Okay, sorry. Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you down... Okay. Counsel, can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please? I don't know. Could that sentimental story be relevant somehow? Yes, it is! Add it! My lord. Yes, counsel? The brother's last sentimental statement could hold vital information relating to this case. Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony with that detail. Gratefully, I hasten to add, whatever. Say no more. Skulkin never skulkin. Milverton is Skulkin's milk run. God, over the days. I'm sure I'm going to regret asking, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business? Just a little scheme we had going back when we was youngsters. A bit of fun, really. Audio. Delivering fresh milk to the locals. That's what it was all about. That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch. The milk was from rats. I suppose since we're here, I should ask them to elaborate. But on what? The business name. So this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon involved? Yeah, that's it. Milverton and Skulkin's milk run, was it? Yeah, that's it. And where did the Milverton part come from? Oh right, I thought that was a clever clock that you'd have worked that one out. That is... His name is not Graydon, is it? Is he related to Milverton? Enough of this. How much longer are you expected to listen to this drivel? I don't... Let me guess. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying. Tell me, why is it that it was only after the mention of the name Milverton that you decided to interject? Because well... You weren't the happiest of homes that one came from. Whoa. His fruit refreshed. I think. Yeah, this old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out on him. She took the name Graydon, then, you see. Ah! So that was his father, and then his mother remarried. Okay. But that will always be a Milverton to us. Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it? Of course not. This is a Buncombe. I've been a Graydon since I was born. Do you really think you can rely on these testimonies of these two thieves? You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It would be a very simple matter indeed to subpoena those records, Mr. Graydon. Well, it would appear that Mr. and Mrs. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable. For once. You were born Ashley Milverton, then. Is that correct? Very well, yeah. So Ashley Graydon was once Ashley Milverton. That information could change things, and could turn out to be extremely important. Okay. Yeah, you looking at me, we know the deal. All of a sudden, we seem to be up our necks in a serious matter of national security. Although, all this talk about interception of secret government messages is still conjecture at this stage. It would explain a number of things though, wouldn't it? The negotiations Ginny overheard on the omnibus 2 months ago, and the break-in at Windybanks. But the trouble is, it wasn't Mr. Graydon in the omnibus with Mr. McGilden. No, that was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker who was so horribly murdered. If only Surely there was some link between the two men somehow. I know, but Mr. Graydon's testimony seems to be as watertight as ever. I wonder if the key to us making the headway with the cross-examination here could be those two brothers. Can you not? I already got the answer. I just need to figure out how to show it. New communication, Morse code, Shiba. Do I present something? What do I present here? Or do I press him for this? Or can I just present this? I can just present the book. Aww, Susato, you came in for us now. I mean, at this moment. Mr. Ashley Milverton. Tell me, why did you try to hide your former name from the court? Because I haven't gone by that name for years. It means nothing to me. No, I don't think that's the real explanation at all. The truth is, you had a reason to hide that name. Explain yourself, please, counsel. I have here the notes from the omnibus case, my lord. And as we all know, the victim, the man who we now understand to have been negotiating with Mr. McGilden. Yes, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker. That's right. Only Mason wasn't his surname at all. It was his given name. His full name was Mason Milverton. Milverton? What do you mean to say? Saints alive! Mr. Ashley Milverton. Is it not the case that the brickmaker, Mr. Mason Milverton, was your father? I don't. As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked when you joined the civil service. And it really would take no time at all for the court to subpoena those records. The truth is, you've been illegally acquiring highly confidential information, confidential government information, and selling it on to McGilden in collaboration with your father. Meanwhile, Gregson is just standing there like, God damn it. The new facts and evidence unveiled by the cross-examination of this witness all come together to reveal the truth. The truth, you say? That you collaborated with your father, Mr. Mason Milverton, in illegal dealings with Magnus McGilden. Right into this music box, you mean, counsel? Yes, stealing information being sent in secret government communications and selling it on to McGilden. Mr. Graydon concocted this elaborate scheme of using two music boxes to encode the information, as presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands. And a very effective one. I shouldn't have given the scheme any credence whatsoever. But the deal with McGilden went sour, and the brickmaker met his end. Yes, but before he was arrested, McGilden managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbroker. Then, having learned of the situation, you appeared at Windibanks 2 days ago, in an attempt to recover the two articles McGilden had placed in pawn there. How did he find out about Gina, though? But that attempt failed. One of the discs was seized by the police, and the other you never found. So that same night, you enlisted the help of the Skulkin brothers and broke into the pawnbrokery. This time, determined to recover the second disc. Are you suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box? Eh? We never knew nothing about that! Oh damn, he has a second disc then. On the night that Mr. Windibanks was killed. Ah, so he opened it to take the disc out. Okay, got it. The intruder to the pawnbrokery touched one item, and one item alone. The music box. As rather ingeniously demonstrated using the two prints from the security camera indeed. So, the question that naturally begs answering is this. Why was only that one article disturbed? The answer is obvious, because it contained the second disc, which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Since, if it were to fall into the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. Well, Mr. Graydon? Do you deny that all this actually began on that fateful night, 2 months ago? I refuse to accept any of this nonsense. Oh, he's bleeding. Haha. You gripped it too hard, loser. You shouldn't have worn white, idiot. Sir. There appears to be a blood seeping through the sleeve of your jacket. What? 2 nights ago, we know that 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime in Windibank's pawnbrokery. 1 took the life of the pawnbroker himself. I miss Holmes. 1 struck the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall of the shop, having first pierced the arm of one of the intruders. Mr. Graydon, that wound on your arm that you seem to be trying to hide, it's a bullet wound, isn't it? Me. He's got you now, me old China. Time to call it quits and croak, I reckon. Don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstances whatsoever. Those were my terms, remember? And I paid you handsomely to comply. Clearly, I was a fool to think I could trust some common-back slum thieves. Fine, I admit it. I was there in Windibanks that night. I paid this pair 10 guineas to accompany me. And as you've noticed, I sustained an injury in the course of my adventures. He's gonna try to say that he wasn't the one to shoot. But that's all. I admit to nothing more. Stealing government secrets, negotiating with Mr. McGilded. Ow. As God is my witness, I'm sure I recalled nothing of the sort. He's not going to go down without a fight. Not until I can show hard evidence, I suppose. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact. Which is... well, we know that 1 bullet was fired from each of the 2 firearms we have in evidence. The bullet from Skulkin Brothers' gun hit the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. And the bullet from Mr. Windibank's gun clearly must have been the one that caught Mr. Graydon in the arm. Indeed it must. We can rule out the possibility that the man shot himself. And that leads us to only one conclusion. Mr. Windibank was shot by a 3rd gun, which can only have been fired by the 3rd intruder. Goodness. That's right, Mr. Graydon. Grr. The only person who could possibly shot Mr. Windibank that night is you! Mata! Don't you mata me. You little upstart! You made a grave mistake when you summoned me here. What? What's that supposed to mean? Uh-oh, careful, Ryunosuke, he's gonna shoot you. Is that kid a gun? Yes, as you rightfully said, I was there at the pawnbrokers. I did my best to hide the fact, naturally. I had no intention of ruining the distinguished career I'd built for myself at the commutation station. But did the thought never cross your mind? Did you never consider the possibility? What do you mean? What thought? What possibility? The possibility that if I was there at the scene, I may have witnessed the crucial moment. You see, this makes me a key witness in this case, and I have my hands firmly around the neck of your client. What? Are you suggesting? I saw it all. I saw the very moment that the pickpocket girl pointed the gun at that poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him. What? I really thought we were at the end, man. God damn, this guy takes... Well, it would seem we are finally entering the last act of this theatrical trial. Are we now? Are we though? Mr. Graydon. Yes? I trust you are fully aware of the implications here. If it is shown that your claim is false, you will have incriminated yourself as the killer. Oh, I understand, fool. Then I must ask you to give your formal testimony once more. You will explain to the court precisely what you saw at the moment the defendant allegedly shot the victim. Nothing would give me greater pleasure. Shut up. Waste my damn time.